listen to what Ellie actually wrote me, and I just love it. My name is Ellie, and my son's name is Stockton. He's 17 and has just found his faith. He is starting Catholic classes in a month. Thanks be to Virgin Mary. And the minute I actually heard that, and I read the added sentence, I asked her, was for her to bring my son to her son, and she did. The minute I actually read it, Ali, I knew that I have to add another video to your list. You asked me to take a video in different places, and I decided to surprise you with that because of you, because you mentioned Mary so many times. Then in that case, this is your cross, a Latin cross, a beautiful one, and it's for you, Ellie, but mostly to the one who found Jesus lately, your son. Then where I am now, not less than the place that Mary lived in Jerusalem. All right, the church is new, but the site is the site. And as you can see, we are the only one here due to the war, and especially now when the Iranian decided to bomb Israel. No one is in the city except of us, the one who watched that video, and me. Then in that case, why it's very important for me? Because it's so close to the Ascension. We are already in August, I think 7th, and the Ascension will take at 15th of August. And I'm gonna be there as well. Then in that case, Ali, and my dear Stockton, I want you to be with me at the place that Mary fell asleep / died. And this is such an important place. But let's talk about the church first. The church belongs to the Catholic, Germans, Dominicans, and it is such a beautiful place, built on top of the House of Mary from the 1st century. And then in the 4th century, they built a huge church on top of every part of Mount of Olives, and that place became to be holy not only because of the House of Mary, because so many holy relics of Jesus, like the throne of horn and some of the nails and the Holy Grail, were kept here in that place. But for us, it's the House of Mary. Now, we know that Mary was here at Mount Zion at the room of the Last Supper, and the last time that she visited was at Pentecost. That's what the Bible mentioned. But oral books or proto-evangelion of James and others mention another thing about Mary. What's actually happened to Mary after the Pentecost. According to those scriptures that are held or kept in the Greek Orthodox churches and the Catholic churches as a dogma, Mary was at Mount of Olives when an angel came to tell her, Mary, you have 3 days to live. Then she went back to her house, which we are here in it, and she asked the disciples to be with her. Then all the disciples that were in Jerusalem at that time came to hear. I mean, look how beautiful it is. They just renovated the church lately, and they just opened it to the public. But then the war began. You can see the color of the sun, the color of royalty, the color of the Ascension, and the blue sky. And what you see there, except of the beautiful cross that actually flying in the air, you can see Mary holding Jesus. Remember it. But let me take a picture for you. I mean, this is such a beautiful thing. The different colors. And the beautiful octagonal church. Actually, from here you can see that it's like a round church. And it is, a round church is always a memorial church. Now let's go in from the less holy to the holy of the holy. The zodiac is around us. Until we will continue, if you want if you are actually looking at your zodiac, please save a prayer. Until then, if you want to have your own cross, and you can choose between a Latin cross with Jesus on it or without Jesus, I don't know why I felt that you need the cross without Jesus, and because when I saw that cross, I knew that it's yours. And if you want to have your own crosses, not only Latin one, Greek Orthodox, and others, and even the Bible, enter to the description, which is beneath that text, or send me a message, and you will find the link for Buy Me a Coffee. You will understand, and I will broach the Holy Cross or the Holy Book for you. I will bless it in one of the sites in Jerusalem that you will ask, and I will send you, I will upload the video to YouTube, that's why you are actually watching it, and I will send you the link into it. I mean, send you the cross to your house, sorry. The other round, you can see the names of the apostles. Including Paul. You can see the evangelists as well, the fourth of them. Beautiful mosaic, isn't it? And the names of the prophets, like Joel, Amos. I love one of them, Nahum. But where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Of course, he must be the last one. Malachi and Zacharias. Lately, I actually entered to their tombs. Hezekiel, Daniel, all of them mention the future coming of Jesus, as says. But the most important thing, you can see the flames. I'm actually standing on it, and you will see it soon. Do-do-do-do. Holy, holy, holy. The Assumption of Mary will be soon. And we are the only one here. Usually there are hundreds of people at the Dormition. Now, it's not the end of the story, because the grotto is much more important than that, but I must take a picture of the church without a church. Usually there are so many churches here. And let me tell you something else. I mean, this is so beautiful, isn't it? Oh, you can hear the church. Early, but especially, my dear Stockton, you just discovered Jesus through Mary. Then this is the nave. You can see the Ark of Noah and the name of Jesus, Christos, at the entrance of that amazing church, and Jerusalem in heaven is above you. Then let me enter to the Holy of the Holy in that place, and this is the place that Mary fell asleep. And you must understand, Mary fell asleep right here, and according to some of the Catholic, she was buried at Ephesus, but according to what I believe is, and until the 19th century, that was the tradition, and until now it's a Greek Orthodox and Armenian traditions, Mary was buried in Jerusalem. But let's first talk about what's happened here. It's so beautiful to be here. It's so sad to be here alone. I've been here in that church like a million times, and I'm always feel blessed when I'm actually visiting that place. You can see resting Mary, but before that, remember when I mentioned Mary holding Jesus' baby? Then let's look upstairs for just a minute. I mean, with me. What you saw is, I believe, is Mary holding Jesus' baby. But this is not the story of their church. What you are going to see now is Jesus holding the soul of Mary. What? Yes. Look over there. This is Jesus holding the body of Mary. It looks like an icon, even a Greek Orthodox one, and I will talk soon about what is an icon according to the Greek Orthodox and according to the Catholic. But you can see Jesus holding the soul of Mary, and you can see the body of Mary as well. Because 3 days before the Ascension, she fell asleep. And they bury her according to most of the traditions at the Kidron Valley, next to the Garden of Gethsemane. And I do have so many videos about it. If you will write the Tomb of Mary and my name is Zahi Shaked, you will actually get lots of videos about it. I will explain you everything about it. Then all the disciples that were here came to her. Here you can find it, even St. Paul. You can see St. Paul and Peter, and some other women who've been here. And you can see beautifully the shape of the Dormition church, and you will see it soon because I will go soon outside the church and I will show it to you. That's what's happened to Mary according to the Catholic and the Greek Orthodox. Protestant, when you're looking at that, you're looking at yourself and say, what? It's not in the Bible. That is correct. It's not in the Bible. But there are so many traditions in every religion, and some of them accept it as they've been. Around, above Mary, you can see, of course, the sun, but around the sun, Jesus, you can see so many versions of women who are prefiguration of Mary. They told us about the future coming of the mother. Then, for examples, Stockton, let me show you. Judith, Ruth, the great-grandmother of King David, Deborah, and even Eve, that at the end committed a sin, but Mary was sinless. This is one of the reasons that Mary couldn't die, or kind of died as Jesus. But what I forgot to mention, that 3 days later, Jesus took her body as well. Then her soul and her body was taken by Jesus himself. Oh, someone else entered to their church. Then it might be more noisy now, but at least I will see maybe some of the few tourists that actually are not afraid from the fear of the Islam countries that wanted to attack Israel. Look how beautiful it is. This is new for me. It's not the end. It's not the end of the video, because I want to take you to a very important place. Remember that I mentioned that Mary was at the room of the Last Supper at the Pentecost time? Sadly, the Pentecost room, because of a problem between Jews and Christians, is in the end of the end of Israel. It's not a synagogue, something like that. Above the room of the Last Supper, above the Pentecost, beneath it, it's a synagogue. And there was for years, at least from the 15th and 16th century, there were lots of problems between the Jews and the Christians who will own that room. And then at the end, the Muslims turned it into a mosque. But because the room is not in the hands of the Christians, then this is the closest place to Pentecost. Then the Dormition church for me is not less than, in a way, close to the center of the word. And Mary brought you back to Christianity, Ellie, and her 17 years old Stockton. Thank you, Mary. And that was a pleasure to be with you. And let's say goodbye now. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be part of my family. Write me any comment you want. I will try to answer most of them, but hate speech is not part of my life. Thank you. Bye.